So, lads, I mean this when I say this. I want all the Stephanie White apologists to come out. Because it's very, very clear that Stephanie White is not the right coach for Caitlin Clark. I don't mean this when I say this. I don't think Stephanie White's a bad coach. In fact, I think Stephanie White's a really good coach. The fact that she was able to pull off a Commissioner's Cup win with the roster that they had, she is a great coach. We are not going to slander Stephanie White's ability to coach right here, but we are going to question Stephanie White's ability to specifically coach Caitlin Clark.
So lads, let's talk honestly. I need every Stephanie White apologist to step forward, because at this point it's painfully obvious she is not the right coach for Caitlin Clark. And let me be clear, I'm not saying she's a bad coach. She's actually a very good coach. Winning the Commissioner's Cup with the roster, she had proves that. We're not here to slander her resume, but we are here to question whether she's capable of coaching Caitlin specifically. What do you do when the best shooter in women's basketball is told not to shoot when she's on fire? That's the bombshell Caitlin Clark just dropped, and fans are furious. Analysts are confused, and Caitlin's face says everything. This doesn't feel like strategy. It feels like something much bigger.
Well, the cat is out the bag, man. Now, I told y'all, I was one of the first people to let it be known. Head coach Stephanie White is so against Caitlin Clark. It's clear as day, and it's very much clear as day that this front office dropped the ball in hiring her to be Caitlin Clark coach. I'm telling you right now, Stephanie White do not want Caitlin Clark to shoot the ball. It's clear as day. She want to run this motion offense, and quite frankly, Caitlin either need to get the hell out of Indy, or the front office need to make it their business to hire a new coach, man.
The cat is out of the bag now. I told people early on, Stephanie White is not aligned with Caitlin Clark, and it's clear as day. The front office dropped the ball hiring her to guide a generational offensive weapon. It genuinely feels like White does not want Caitlin to shoot the ball. She wants to force this motion offense, even when it's choking the life out of the team. And at this point, Caitlin either needs a new coach or a new address. This is the nightmare scenario fans feared. The Fever drafted Ferrari and then locked in the garage behind a minivan with a flat tire.
Let's take a listen to this. This is, by the way, during the New York Liberty game. This is during the New York Liberty game. During the Liberty game. Let's take a listen. Not during, about the Liberty game. This is the game where Caitlin Clark hit five threes in the first half. This is the game where Caitlin was on like an all-time heater, and then randomly, she just stopped shooting. Like, that is a thing. That is a thing that happened. She randomly just stopped shooting while she was on an all-time heater. She was on an all-time heater, and she just randomly stopped.
Nobody tuned in to watch Caitlin Clark become a cautious, system-managed point guard. They came for logo threes, offensive explosions, and momentum swings only she can create. Instead, we're watching dribble handoffs and risk-free possessions that neuter everything special about her. And the most shocking example came the game where she hit 5 threes in the first half. She was on an all-time heater, then suddenly just stopped shooting. Randomly. Completely. That doesn't happen unless someone above her clamps the brakes.
I had a film breakdown prepared today, but I'm actually going to go a different direction. This is a rant because we have to talk about the state of this Indiana Fever team, and I'm here to bring the reality to all you Fever fans. This team is not a championship team. They're not a championship team. They're nowhere near close to a championship team because every team that is a championship team can play defense. This Indiana Fever team has no defense, and that's like the farthest of their problems. Their offense looked really bad today, and Caitlin Clark obviously didn't shoot the basketball well, but I'm not going to blame this loss on Caitlin Clark, even though obviously they would have won if she would have shot the ball well. My whole thing is, you were up when Caitlin Clark wasn't shooting the ball well. You had a double-digit lead in that first half while Caitlin Clark was clanking every single three. She was 2 for...
And here's the crazy part. Caitlin isn't even playing badly. She's doing what she can inside a system she's been duct-taped into. The offensive playbook is so rigid it feels like Sudoku, not basketball. The Fever somehow took the NCAA's all-time scoring, an assist queen, and turned her into a side dish while the main course is hiding in the corner waiting for a reset pass. This offense is designed for caution, not creation, and Caitlin is being forced to survive inside it.
Podcast and dropped major gems, bro. She let it be known that Stephanie White do not want her to shoot threes. Yes, this is not clickbait. Oh my goodness, guys, check this out.
So professionally, like that Liberty game. I feel like as a shooter, like when you see like 2 or 3 go in, especially like for me, like if I have 2 back to back in a row, like I'm probably gonna launch a third that maybe isn't advised by
For
Steph,
sure.
but like I gotta get it up. And then if the third goes in, like you're just hot. I think as a shooter, like your confidence just builds and builds and builds. It's just coming off your hand.
I had a full film breakdown ready. But forget that. This is a rant because we need to talk about the state of this Fever team. They are not a championship team, not even close. Every championship team plays defense. Indiana doesn't. Their offense looks worse. Caitlin missed shots today, sure, but they had double-digit leads even when she was 2-for-9. The real issue is the identity crisis. They drafted a movement, a superstar, millions of fans, and global media attention, and the only person who seems uncomfortable with all of it is her own coach. That's insane.
Make a decision. Y'all want to keep making all this damn money off me, or do y'all can make money off her being a coach? Pick one. Pick one. What are we doing here? This was trash. We got popped. We got smoked by the Valkyries. Smoked. We down 20 at home. We down a dub at home. This front office is a joke. I don't know how they even let Timmy Fag-Benlay walk away. We didn't protect her. Bro, this front office is a joke. This coach is even more of a joke. A pure clown is what this coach is.
Then came the biggest bombshell. On a podcast, Caitlin openly confirmed that her coach does not want her taking heat checks. She explained that when she sees 2 or 3 go in, she wants to launch a third. Classic shooter mentality. But the staff reins her in. Shooters shoot. That's the law. And when the shooter is Caitlin Clark, you don't tell her to chill. You let her cook. Yet every time she catches fire, out comes a whistle and the clipboard like someone called the fire department.
Why not? Stephanie White, why not? It always works. 2 defenders are always going to go with Caitlin Clark. There should never be a play where Caitlin Clark brings the ball up the court and then she passes it and she runs off the playoff ball. Every single possession, there should be a screen, whether it be a Leah Boston, whether it be a Kelsey Mitchell who's going to cut, whether it be Natasha Howard, literally any player. They set Caitlin Clark a screen at the top of the key, and off that, your whole offense should function. I don't care what Stephanie White wants to do with this motion offense thing. Literally, all you have to do every single time you have a practice is worry about what to do after the double.
And this is bigger than Caitlin. It's bad for everyone. Fans don't show up to watch a neutered offense. They want fire, chaos, logo bombs, and takeover moments. Instead, we're watching a team trying to win 54-52 in a league that has evolved way past that. It feels like the Fever coaching staff is trying to fend themselves against their own superstar, as if Caitlin herself is a threat they must contain. Make it make sense. Do you want to profit from her or from the system? Because you can have both.
This late last year in November when the Indiana Fever hired Stephanie White. I never thought I'd be saying this right now, only 19 games into the 2025 season, that it's time for Stephanie White to go. The Indiana Fever needs to fire Stephanie White. This is not going to work. What we're seeing is not going to work. It's just not.
The logic is baffling. You bring in the biggest offensive weapon in years, and instead of building around her strengths, you force her into a system designed for who? No one knows. It screams caution, not brilliance. And every time she heats up, she's benched or the playbook reroutes the ball elsewhere. This isn't development. She's already developed. She was ready on day 1. The Fever treat her like a prototype in year 0 of a rebuild instead of the plug-and-play superstar she is.
Hi, I'm Stephanie White, head coach of the Indiana Fever and Caitlin Clark, and I'm a complete clown. I'm a clown. That is what I am as a head coach. I am a clown. I am ruining Caitlin Clark. I have no idea what I'm doing as a coach. I have no idea what I'm doing. I've been sent here on a mission to ruin Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. And I think I'm doing a masterful job because I suck. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I actually have no idea how I got this job in the first place. I don't know how I got this job in the first place. I am a clown.
The solution is so simple it hurts. Run double-team actions around her. Every possession should start with a screen for Caitlin. Every practice should be dedicated to what you do after she draws 2 defenders. Instead, the Fever run motion sets that do nothing but slow her down. She's playing chess while the team is playing checkers. And the hesitation from the players around her is contagious. Instead of playing to win, they're playing not to lose. That mentality kills momentum and creates the timid culture we're seeing.